Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Repentance, baby. Can I tell you, I don't think I've done a single Blue Baby run since the release of Repentance. So we're looking, it's very simple, you know? We're going either alt path or we're going true ending. DTEJ14E4. E4? I respond C5. To which you play Knight to F3, to which I play. I mean, let's go with Knight to C6. Excuse me, you're not supposed to be able to create such a such an enormous cloud of momentum. I dispute it. Now, what do we need is Blue Baby. Remember when Blue Baby was like the most complicated character in this game? You're like, oh man, my normal strategy of just like amassing as much health as possible doesn't work. I gotta completely change the game. Nowadays, you know, don't even, you know, wake me up unless we got a character that like, you know, shoots another character from their own gut or something like that, or, you know, you gotta pick up a character's skeleton over your head and throw it at enemies. Like, this is a vestige of an earlier time. Tapeworm, look, nothing wrong with that. It's a long floor, man. It's got me feeling like we might be in XL territory here, but I could be wrong. I am wrong. The easier thing to do, let's go, is to merely get to the true ending. I stand by that. You don't, I mean, you do need to beat the final, you know, true Cuphead style boss if you want to complete the post-it note, which obviously you do want to do. But if you just want to unlock the tainted version of the character, you don't even have to do that. You just got to make it there, right? So I do feel like that's easier, and I feel like the alt path is substantially harder. That's very nice. I mean, it's not actually that nice now that I think about it, because all it does is... You know what? It actually is good, because it lets us use our bomb instead of getting one key. We can use our bomb for literally anything else. Now we have more bombs as well, which is nice, but... Because we do want to be able to go to the shop, I think. If possible, going to the shop will provide us with a lot of value. Maybe buy some spirit hearts, keep the run going. It's tough, though. Would you describe this as an easy win? Would you, like, this is it's a very common situation you're gonna find yourself in here. What the heck happened there? It's like I placed the bomb, okay, directly under my foot, so it kicked it out in the wrong direction. We should buy this, but I mean, how do I feel about going to the secret room? Or going to the alt path, I should say. I don't know, like, I feel like you kind of wanna always give yourself the option to do it if you think you're gonna live. But it is also harder, you know, and I don't mean that as like a, oh no, I'm gonna have to struggle more. I mean like almost in the mathematical sense of like, you know, we're less likely to succeed as a result of going that way. But anyway, it doesn't really matter all that much early on. It's just a question of whether or not we think we're gonna be likely to continue if we go that way. But you know what, I think based on the fact that we really haven't gotten anything early on here that's gonna statistically change our game that much, why don't we keep this one a little simple? Why don't we just try to go alt path, or why don't we just try to go true ending path, my mistake, and figure it out accordingly. You know, it's still gonna be hard as of right now. I certainly have no reason to believe it's gonna be particularly easy. And I think just having an idea in mind, I've been saying this in the past, but I think a failure to plan in this game is a plan to fail when it comes to the post-it note. The earlier we can decide what we think is the best option for us, the better off we're going to be. Honestly, not joking with you, I think I would have preferred Anarchist Cookbook. Normally not that great, but is this a normal situation? I don't know if I could say yes to that question. I think the thing that separates Blue Baby on a strategy level from the other characters is that HP preservation is so important, you know? You ever hear the expression, you know, a penny saved is a penny earned? That's pretty much what we got going on here. You know, with Spirit Hearts being our only means to get more HP, obviously that comes at a high premium. All right. Well, it's certainly an interesting synergy with the with the fact that we've got continuum tiers as well. The less damage and it's obviously everybody understands this, but it's difficult to always remember it in the moment. Like, it's very easy to justify, like, oh, I lost HP early, who cares, we'll just get it back later. You gotta remember, you know, unless you're going to an extent that you're, like, overhealed, the HP that you lose early is, you know, costing you life that you're gonna have later, potentially. So we definitely do want that, even over the backpack, I think. Not too upset by gurglings here. Feeling solid. I know I think we have 4.5 HP, maybe 5.5 HP. So if we see a fantastic devil deal, we can absolutely take it. Occasional continuum shot just in the opposite direction, you know, merely to flex that I understand what this item does. More HP, sure. Now those are brimstone bombs, which are, like, I think really good. However, by the way, baby's here. However, I think that Spirit of the Night is still better. Spirit of the Night, we always have the advantage. Brimstone bombs, we'll only get the advantage in, you know, when we place bombs, which we'll only have 5 of them, I think. But Brimstone bombs are genuinely very good. And I think being able to, you know, bust that out on a boss or something like that is advisable. Unfortunately, I suppose we could have taken both, but we didn't. Now, Awa's Rune. We could have gone to the curse room on the last floor, but I underestimated the amount of HP we had, quite frankly. Actually, you know what? I guess I estimated slightly wrong. However, we did get that Eternal Heart on the last floor. That makes it look better now. But anyway, how am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. It's a Thursday over here, so we continue to have a pretty lean backlog, but, you know, the week's been pretty steady. Time is really flying by, and it's not like a parental thing, it's just like, you know, well, I mean, I guess it kind of is a parental thing, because it's partly like the busyness and the routine that makes time go by a little faster, but, you know, every day is so locked into a routine right now that, like, it's like being in permanent to-do list mode. Sometimes it's exhausting, don't get me wrong, but also, like, I don't know, the weeks, they're just, since I pivoted to streaming more, the weeks go by a lot faster. I do see this tinted rock here, by the way. I think it's just, like, it's a weird conceptualization, you know? Like, on Tuesday, when I finish streaming, today's Thursday again, on Tuesday, when I finish streaming, I'm like, oh my god, my week's half over. And then, like, you know, Wednesday is already finished now, and now it's like, whoa, it's Thursday? I only got 2 days left, baby. Help me. There we go. I mean, there's no, like, overarching point there. I'm just sharing my experience. I have no anecdotes whatsoever as well. I have been to the grocery store, like, a couple of times lately, but it's been a pretty simple grocery store experience. Nothing truly remarkable happening. I will say, so, you know, those of you who follow the content religiously, you'll know I've been drinking a lot of sparkling water. Been drinking a lot of bubbly, specifically. I've been sliding into the bubbly mentions and saying, like, hey, bubbly, hope you're having a good day, etc., etc. Sometimes receiving, like, a thumbs up. Most of the time, simply receiving... Okay, that's just embarrassing. Most of the time, receiving crickets. Then, noted YouTuber and author Hank Green made a tweet, how do I stop drinking soda? Bubbly slides into the replies and says, hey, can you follow us? We want to DM you for something cool. No offense taken, Bubbly. I guess, you know, he's got 1 million Twitter followers. I merely have 148,000, which I guess makes me chop liver. Never mind that Bubbly themselves has 6,700. But, you know, no, I understand how the game is played. And you know, I also understand that we're in a free market here. So last time I went to the grocery store, I didn't buy Bubbly. I bought Sparkmouth instead. It's a local sparkling water brand from Vancouver Island, and I gotta say it honestly has a superior flavor. You know where to reach me. I thought that there were overtures made, but look, I understand. I didn't write The Fault in Our Stars. Dude, this is so good. I didn't write The Fault in Our Stars. I merely made the fart in our stalls. Anyway, I can understand. Maybe it's a bit of a brand risk. Hey, don't hit me. All I'm gonna say, Bubbly, is two can play that game. I've enjoyed our time together with Sparkling Water. Now I have the opportunity, instead of supporting, you know, a multinational conglomerate like PepsiCo Corporation, I have the opportunity to support a local brand that actually doesn't even have a social account. Crazy. I know, baby. I should have been doing it earlier, honestly, but I thought, you know what? The Bubbly Minion cans, they're kind of cute. Maybe we could make something happen here. Anyway, I'm not actually mad. It's weird, like, the things you say have an impact on how you feel about it, if that makes sense. I wasn't mad at all coming into this video. I'm just playing the game. It's kayfabe. But then after talking about it, I got mad. Which some people might take as, like, good. That means you're finally exploring your feelings on it. No, I think I just played a character of being mad so much. I put on airs that actually it influenced the way I felt about it. I'm not actually upset at all. Please do not cyberbully the Bubbly Twitter account. They're doing their best. Everybody, just be nice to each other, you know? It's, these are strange times. Right, baby? No? Okay, that's fine too. I mean, she's just chilling. So this run is pretty not great right now. The only thing... But the number one thing I would like is, like, it would be... Oh my god. It would be mighty sick if we could get, like, a damage upgrade. That would be solid. We do have a potential deal with the devil here, with the, you know, the hope that I have of getting, like, a half-decent shop. We could, in theory... Oh, wow, baby. In theory... we could possibly get enough spirit hearts to get to be able to afford a deal with the devil, or maybe, you know, we could just buy an item that, you know, kind of accomplishes both of our objectives here, like Binky, for example. Well, I guess we can't buy Binky, but you get the idea. We do have an orbital, so and we're taking a very simple, you know, like regular path approach. We're just going true ending, so just make sure you get that tinted skull, and, you know, nothing, Bob's your uncle. It's another speed upgrade, right? I mean, 1.43, no sweat, man. Only thing I'm like, I wouldn't even describe it as annoyed, but like, I think I'm full on items that look cool but don't do anything. We got Continuum and we got Skipping Stones. You know, neither of these items really augments our ability to survive or to impair the survival of our foes. So I would say that they're a little bit in the meme camp, but they do kind of look neat. Hoo-hoo! Either way, you know, we'll just take our time here. Got one bomb. Can of corn and I'll be alright, baby. If we could just see, like, maybe a tinted rock even. I know, by the way, that just by insulting Continuum, all the Continuum stands are gonna come out of the woodwork. I dash not NL pretending Continuum isn't the best thing about this run. Just admit you don't know anything about Isaac and move on. Look, I'm not trying to incite anything. I'm of the opinion personally, you know, I would rather have a material impact in our attributes, you know, something along those lines I think would benefit me a little bit more. I do hear that my good son Tomo would like to come back into the room, so if you'll give me a moment. I'll use a bomb for this. It could be Hierophant. You never know. Now we know. And we regret it. But we can save 2 keys by coming in here. And then, okay, hold on. We'll probably go with store credit, I suppose. Hey, baby. Tomo, all I ask is that you go back in the box. He went back in the box immediately. What a nice guy. Okay, so we go store credit. We hope to encounter our shop soon. I just literally like boomer reactions. Now this is the kind of run we haven't had in a while. A run where I get to turn my ire on the game for refusing to give me any meaningful DPS upgrades. Judgment though, okay. We have store credit, so I think this is the right time to kind of lever up on this guy, give him some of our hard-earned money. Obviously, like, this is the one unique situation where that's not really what we're looking for, but you can't really fault him, you know? Did you say fault? Did you... Look, I got nothing against Hank Green, okay? Just this frickin' huge social following, man. Makes it impossible to compete in the influencer marketplace. Okay, now, having gotten rid of that, I think we do want Tapeworm again. Mostly because I don't really know what the other trinkets do. Stopwatch is nice, though. And you know what? Mom's Box is a very, very good option for us here. Although, I will say now with Tapeworm, I think it's actually made our shots... They appear almost, like, unusable. Because I guess Tapeworm doesn't affect range, it actually affects shot height. It's not like it's doing anything, you know, it's not, we're not missing, it just looks weird. I don't know, maybe we can just roll with it, man, why not? Why not? It's very unfortunate. One bomb, maybe we can blow up both of those. Wheel of Fortune, one bomb, maybe we could blow up, like, all three of those. All we need at this point, like, if we can get either Cracked Crown, Curved Horn, something along those lines, can of Horn and I'll be alright. Can of Horn and I'll be alright. I feel like the stopwatch, they've changed it, huh? Like, so it's still a speed upgrade. And it used to be like all enemies got insanely slow as soon as you picked it up, and then they nerfed it because it was insanely powerful. Then it gave you the same effect, but only after you'd been hit one time. This is like, you know, I think it's like a modest slowing effect, but permanently. That seems really good. Like, I'm not gonna try to pretend like that's anything but amazing. And that in and of itself is like an indirect buff to our own ability to survive. You know, as opposed to a direct buff, which I guess would just be like more spirit hearts or like damage resistance. But this makes me much more likely to feel comfortable picking up something on our deal with the devil, I think. The flip side is there's no point in concerning yourself with that, because just every bone in my body is just like screaming that this is a Krampus situation, and I would be very surprised if it weren't. I don't have any empirical evidence or signaling to back it up. I merely... That was close. Oh, that was even closer. I merely... I feel it in my bones, you know? And when you spend as much time on this, on something as I have, I think you learn to trust your instincts. Okay, so clearly that was misguided. That's okay. Wheel of Fortune, Fool. I think we just stick with the Fool card. But I'm stoked either way. Like, we got a damage upgrade. And their speed is actually, like, getting a little... It's almost, like, too much. So, I'm gonna get a little zany here. Appreciate the lucky penny. We don't need to keep the Fool card for the true ending. The true ending will reveal itself to us if we just get the Tinted Skull. So as long as we have a bomb... I have no idea what you even are. Gigante Bean? Stick with the thing that might be bad for us, I suppose, just for memes. Like, I mean, the run is a little meme-rich right now. I forgot what I was gonna say. I thought I had something to say. Oh yeah, like I don't mind. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually good timing. I was gonna say I don't mind losing the Bone Heart. You might say like, oh, you gotta protect it, but like for what purpose? It takes up the same space on Blue Baby as a Spirit Heart, but it blocks half as much damage. Like, I think it's actually... I'm conditioned to like them, but I actually think in reality they're kind of they're kind of bad on Blue Baby. That room, on the other hand, was very good though. Yeah, we should not do what I was doing there. Don't worry about your orbital usage. just put damage downfield. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. I don't know, but either way, like the run is okay. Some extra DPS would still be highly warranted. We're gonna get a deal with the devil here, pretty much no matter what. Yo, okay, so Apple of Sodom, I think, is actually like an insanely great trinket. We can't pick up consumables anymore. They turn into spiders. Maybe it's actually kind of bad now that I think about it, because we do need at least a bomb. But generating spiders is really going to help our DPS. And to be honest with you, do we really need much in the way of consumables? It's a great dice room, actually, too, now that I think about it. Like, I would very much welcome the opportunity for a 1 or a 6 right now. This run has very little of merit that's keeping us here. We at some point, presumably, we'll get to test. It's a 6 room. Look at that. Oh, clearly, I don't understand how this item works. Oh, baby, you're so tired. Just go to sleep, baby. Okay, now our damage has actually gone down. But we have Sack Dagger. We don't have the ability to fly. That's an adjustment. I would say this is an improvement. Oh, come on. Did you see how fast he shot when he popped out there? That's remarkable. I still would say this is an improvement. Oh, whoa, baby. Oh, whoa. Mostly because Sack Dagger is like one of the absolute best items in the game. But it's certainly, they have not basically just given us a win. Like, this is still going to be a bit of a struggle for sure. I was hoping for a little bit more, but we got enough to be happy with, I think. Battery Baby, you never know, like, could provide some value for us. Ventricular Razor is actually, like, I don't normally like spacebar items like Ventricular Razor, but I actually think it's, like, pretty good. Hollow Heart, a Brittle Blessing. So that's got to be something to... I'm stupid. That's got to be something to do with bone hearts. Stop throwing so much HP away. Help. Stop throwing so much HP away. Literally just like hemorrhaging HP. Look, it's not... Oh, you know what? We have their maybe options, which is you can only pick up 1 reward from each room. That's a new repentance item in case you're curious where that came from. We've had it a few times. It can be both great and annoying. Key is probably... No, money's probably better here. This is Necropolis 1. Okay. Well, let's do this. Still have no idea what the trinket does, but it's the thought that counts. Should have blown that up alongside it. We can pick up all the rewards we get from something like that, though. Like from blowing something up. Let's go chest over key. One of the greatest investments in Earth's history. I don't know. I'm now still pessimistic. I mean, I threw enough HP away here that I recognize my own role in the conundrum. That's helpful. If we could just take a deal with the devil that actually gives us some survivability, like an Abaddon or an empty vessel or something like that right now would really hit the spot. It's more likely than you'd think, I think. Maybe not the most likely possible outcome, but more likely than you'd think. Of course, any statistical improvement would also tickle my fancy. Except that. Dude, we can't. I can't. On the other hand, how could I not? Like, I don't do as I say, not as I do, right? Right. Baby's like, you're throwing the run away. I'm not throwing the run away, okay? This is the only way we're making it. Every floor you get a bone heart. I had no idea that was coming. I appreciate not being hit there. A bone heart is not that valuable, as we've established in the past, but you know what it is HP, so there's something there. Okay. So I have to cop to the fact that Guppy's head is not that good, but I want to be exceedingly clear. I did not take it to kill the run. I took it because I'm desperate for any form of DPS, and we may not have the opportunity to get any in the future. Even though it's not the most incredible item you'll ever see, it is some hurting power. This seems like a bit of a spicy boss fight for, you know, the depths too. I'm okay with it, but it's a little nasty, right? Like, oh, dude, I just remembered as well, like, after this, we gotta go to the frickin' Mausoleum, man. How the heck are we gonna live on the Mausoleum? You know how we're gonna live on the Mausoleum? This is just gonna be the greatest item. Oh, okay, lucky. That's not the greatest item we've ever seen. Okay, but Tinted Skull? No. We got 3 bombs. Most important thing we can do, use our bombs as productively as possible. Good start. We used 1 bomb, 1/3 of our total stack, to create an enemy that we don't even want to fight. We can't go into the curse room for free, and having gotten rid of Ventricular Razor, we also cannot get into the curse room and then out for free. That's okay. So remember, you can only pick up 1 of these. Definitely the chest is, you'd expect to be superior. On this, unfortunately, we say kind of no to it. We continue to look for the Tinted Skull, and we continue to create some Spirit Hearts. I still do not see the Tinted Skull. However, they moved it out of the way of the top one. That's how you know the top skull has something amazing in it. Definitely don't pick up the wrong thing there. Somehow, I'm starting to gain a little bit more confidence in myself, because it appears like, I'm not saying we got a dub, but we're piecing something good together here. You can't walk on creep anymore because you're not flying. You did freeze enemies when you got hit, though. Okay. Enjoying life. Living life. The chest is always our option here, always the better option. I do have to tell you, hey, honey. I don't really know what Eraser does. I think if you throw it at an enemy, you'll never see them again for the rest of the run. Does it not recharge or something? I mean, let's be honest, I went pretty deep for Guppy's head. To get rid of it now, it hurts me a little bit. I think we gotta go back, just because, like, we're in such a prickly situation right here. Hey, bebe! And let's pay it forward, because this one is looking not so good. But I will say, I think part of the reason it's not looking so good is because, you know, we didn't get many items of repute. Can you believe the dodging? I mean, considering how bad the dodging was earlier, I owe you some good ones, but we'll take a single bomb on that one. We will drop a bomb to save ourselves what I assume would be a considerable damage opportunity. Honey, hey. I meant to get the red chest. Baby's a big fan of Shaun of the Dead, I've noticed. We haven't watched the movie with her. It's a little bit more violent. We'll wait till she's like 3 or 4. But when you do this part, she loves it. She's like, yeah, that's good. Wait, you turned it into Collective Soul. Yeah, whoa. Heaven, let your light shine down. Okay, do not use the tower. It's a recipe for disaster. You absolutely can use Sack Dagger, but you gotta stay at a distance. Because Mom's Foot does deal contact damage. Watch out. Just don't want to explode, obviously. Come on, man. You know what? I'm smart but dumb. Also, I didn't even get the Fool card. All I'm gonna say about that one, like, is that I'm pretty confident. Dude, I didn't need. That's such a waste. But we would have died on the Mausoleum regardless. Like we were not gonna make it. It's easy to say that in hindsight now, but like honestly, I think there's a lot of truth to it. I think if we had tried to get the alt ending, we probably wouldn't have made anything happen on this run. Instead, this run is still probably going to lose, and also very probable / maybe guaranteed to make no progress. On the posted note, I have been hit. I'm trapped in a sea of creep. Maybe I'm bad at Isaac again? I don't know. Like, no, it couldn't. No, it's the children who are wrong. Game's harder, and we really did get like a pretty low assortment of items here. You think so? Oh, baby, come on, don't cyberbully me. I'm your father. Get him? Saved. I mean, like, we're doing surgery here. Are you seeing this? I'm starting to believe. Oh, he didn't die in a single play there? Oh, hello. Get him. Okay. Oh, I gave her the teething toy. She asked for it. No, she went, ah. And I was like, I know what that means. That means give me the teething toy. Oh, hey. Come on, bloat. There's no need for that kind of activity here. I'm telling you, dude, the win still lies within this run somehow. Especially now that we're gonna lose the whole run and just become Dark Judas instead. I'd say we got a real possibility of making this one work.
She smells like honey dip.
She smells like a honey dip donut.
Yeah.
What a sentence. I don't know why it sounds like it's from like
Like a rap?
no, not even like a rap. It sounds like a movie set in the 1930s in the American South. You smell like a honey dip donut. I don't even want to tell you that. Maybe it's because I changed her diaper about 20 minutes ago. About 35 minutes ago. Have you been feeding her honey dip donuts? Is that where we're at on the baby food schedule? That's probably not for a little while, I imagine.
No. Probably not until
30.
Oh. You should tell them how you will never feed the baby the frappuccino.
Well, I mean, look, you don't want to get parenting advice from chat. It's like crazy. In fact, I think just in general, you don't want to get any advice from chat on your life. And I don't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. I just mean, like, it's a lot easier to spend somebody else's time, spend somebody else's money, raise somebody else's kids, etc., etc. Like, I've been talking about how, like, I'm on the lookout for a new hobby. And the comment that stuck with me in chat yesterday was, why doesn't he just learn a language? As if, like, oh, yeah. Like, I mean, like, I have no passion for it to begin with, but it's like, come on, man. Like, you haven't even thought about learning a language yet? Like, just do it. And I'm like, well, you better, you know, if you're leaving a comment like that, you better speak, like, 70 languages. Because apparently it's, like, the easiest task in the world. Nothing better to do? Read a language. And I'm like, dude, you're watching my stream?
Maybe he's learning English.
Yeah, maybe, you know what? It's a valid point. But my philosophy is, you know, like, no, a child should drink as close to 0 frappuccinos as possible, which I stand by nutritionally. And your belief is that when she gets a little older, maybe she can have a tall.
Yeah, a tall size.
She could have a tall size frappuccino. Well, here's the, I am Chad at the end of the day. So I'm like, no, you know, it's like you should never do bad things. But at the same time, you know, if she's crying and she's like 7 and she's like, I want a frappuccino, like, I would be persuaded probably to give her a tall frappuccino. I mean, I was drinking milkshakes when I was like 8.
So that's your first milkshake?
I don't remember my first milkshake, but certainly I would say like not before the age of like 5.
Yo, I still rock tinted that last.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, saved?
Left.
Bottom left, baby, saved? You wouldn't believe this run. Like that, you just saved me right there. Although I suppose I could have died and come back as Dark Judas and maybe gotten some extra... Oh, please, please! Maybe gotten some extra value there, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. Okay, have a good time, baby. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy yourself, baby. Yeah, baby. Freaking Thursday, baby. Admittedly, the spirit heart that she gave me is probably going to save my life. I don't, like... It's possible I'm just off today. This is the second run, and it's the second kind of, like, bad one. But I also am kind of, like... I think I've been playing okay. Come on, come on. And, like, we've just had... And this happens all the time, too. We've just had a couple of bad runs. I mean, it's the kind of sample size where you would expect variance could distort things, for sure. I wonder why we got range up when we got hit there. That's weird. Not bad, just weird. How are you not dead? Like, how can you be expected to weather the storms of Sack Dagger for more than, like, half a second? Anyway. All that considered, like, I don't think we've played our best. But I do think that there's still a chance here. Please, please, let's go. We do only have 8 bombs. It's not a ton. Oh, I don't know, man. We'll see. What do you got? Burkano? It's something. It's something. Those, you know, again, we got to remember you can only pick up one thing per room, but I would like to just not do this room if I can avoid it. Okay, we can't avoid it. Can't hide it. We might as well embrace it because I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep all the blood in my head instead of going under again. Bomb's always going to be more precious. Kind of losing it here a little bit. Like, just thank you. Money. You know what? We pick it up because it could be luck. It could be luck. It could be luck. You know? Bob Marley, I think. I don't know. Like, look, I'm not trying to, I don't know, expose my lack of reggae knowledge, but I do feel like if you're in public and you hear a reggae song, there is about a 90% chance that who you're hearing is Bob Marley, right? Like, come on. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Is this the largest floor in history, or am I just, am I coming pre-tilted? Like a bad roller coaster. Let's bet on pre-tilted. Okay, let's get the key instead. Now, we got a little Boneheart leverage. Not everybody's going to agree with this assessment. Feel like the best thing you can do is at least get through that phase. Okay, I'm bad and upset. Single bomb. Just work them. Just work them. Please don't hit me, dude. Saved. We've lived long enough to at least go to the chest. We'll probably get a Boneheart when we go down to the next floor. I'm begging you, man. I'm begging you. I don't know. We got Curse of the Unknown. Okay. So pause button is like insanely great with Sack Dagger, I think. But on the other hand, like, look at this. I think instead we're going to be a complete fool. Maybe this will generate another Boneheart for us anyway. And like, what kind of gamer would I be if I didn't do this, right? keep in mind, we do still respawn as Dark Judas. Oh no. I don't know. Like, I mean, the damage output here is going to be next level, right? Like, most enemies will not be able to stand up to a single hit. Box of spiders is actually pretty nice. Yeah, we're just not getting through that room. Like, you can just go ahead and respawn me. That room is not conceivable for me. Not yet. Not on, you know, maybe we can quantum tunnel, but apart from that, I don't give myself a great chance. Saved. I would like to. I really would. I don't think a golden chest matters at all. Well, I don't know. If we get like a bunch of HP, we might consider it, but it is... That's probably the peak of our Zane, is trying to open that. That's going to lead to disaster. Dude, I don't know. Maybe the zaniness, it cost us. And, you know, we were trying to go true ending. Obviously, we didn't make that happen. But I think, all things considered, this was, like, just about as good as this run could be. I for real think that our odds of beating the true path the way that this had gone down was essentially 0. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. We must have been, like, a pixel away. So, all things considered, you know, maybe this wasn't the best run, but I think it was maybe the best it could possibly be. You know? Like me running a half marathon. Probably not going to come in first place, but if I could just do myself proud, then that's enough for me. Mind you, we got a long way to go. Let's start with, you know, 1 mile before we worry about 13.1. Keep it going. Dude, this feels like it could be the right path. If there is a god, that second secret room is going to contain a bunch of spirit hearts. That's something. It's something. It's decidedly not nothing. You wouldn't know it to look at the end of this run, but based on based on where we were when we fought Mom, I actually think that this is like a pretty remarkable achievement for us to have just beaten Blue Baby, quite honestly. Oh no, that's a bad shot. Oh, it still made it. It still made it in there. Good stuff. Dude, we got some spider bombs here? What's up with that? We might have like a bomb transformation. Alright, well, what's done is done. Somehow we at least came through in the clutch at the end. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, we'll see you next time. Oh, that's a stretch. We haven't had a post-Isaac stretch like that in a while. See ya!